Welcome back to Side Roads. This is my own 2022 Jeep Wrangler Willys two-door soft top. Okay, the Jeep interior. It is very well laid out. The materials in this particular Willys models are all mostly are plastic. I've seen the top trims changing, for example, the material on the doors and those type of things, but for a Jeep, this is what you expect, and in fact, it's better if you're going to be off-roading and getting water on or something like that, and I think that's where they are coming from, but it's nice in general. This is, I own this car, this is part of my family's car, and there are no hisses and rattles, nothing. So far so good. We have almost 18,000 kilometers. It's pretty easy to use, have all knobs and hard buttons for all your functions and your controls. Are all rubber and rustic and big, so it's good to see and it's good to use, especially in the winter if you have long. The instrument panel has a small digital display and plenty of functions. You can customize what you want to see in your screen, and it's pretty complete and honestly surprising for a Jeep. So it has everything you want. Controls on the steering wheel for your volume and your cruise, automatic windows, electric windows of course, and this one is an 8-speed automatic, and we have this lever here to change the from 2-wheel drive to 4-wheel drive to 4-glow. You have emergency assist here to make the calls, and your remote for your parking garage, which is pretty good, and of course sunvisor. This is a soft top. I will show you how to open now, and we have LED lights here, and we have the speakers on top of this section here on the bar, and that makes a sound this is a basic sound system and it's really good for what it is. And with the location of the speakers on top, even with the top down, you can listen properly to the music. Of course, Jeep did that on design on purpose to make the sound be present all the time with the passengers, and it's great. I really like that feature. You have a 12-volt outlet here, and you have USB-C and USB-A here now. Armrest with center console, which is pretty deep, and 2 cup holders. The infotainment. It has a 8-inch screen. Is the perfect size in my opinion. It's easy to reach. It's very clear, all the graphics, and also the layout is super intelligently done. It's really good on Chrysler. Stellantis, I should say, on their software for their screens and infotainments, has all the buttons visible. The screen have a dual function, so you can control either the screen or the hard button, things like the air conditioning, the heated seats, the steering wheel. So it's pretty handy as a timing, shortcut, and controls, and apps, and navigation, phone, and settings, and there are plenty of options. The higher you go on the trims, the more features you get, but in general terms, it's nice looking, it's clear, it's easy to use, easy to get used to it. I have no complaints. It's really very straightforward, and anybody that uses it will get used to in a matter of minutes. how do we open the roof partially? Just down visors, pull down these levers here, and that's it. Sometimes it goes fully, sometimes you have to do the little extra help. And this right here is what the Jeep is all about. Not even having the full roof down, but this opening changes everything. The Jeep Wrangler have several options for engines. This particular one, it comes with a 2-liter turbo engine. It has 270 horsepower and 285 pound-feet of torque. This engine has been around for a long time now. I don't know if there is still fear or people against this engine. I have to tell you, this has 18,000 kilometers or almost. I have never ever had an issue with it, and it has all the power you need. It's pretty peppy. It moves this car with no issues, so I think it's sufficient for this car. It has around the same horsepower than the V6, and it has extra torque, which is what you need. So I don't think anybody will have an issue with this engine and this combination, having a Jeep with a 2-liter engine. Doesn't sound great, but it moves the car as you need from a stop. It really pulls the car. If you need to pass, if you need to start fast, you will never have an issue with it. The Jeep also comes with a V6 that have 285 horsepower, so a little bit odd, but 260 pound-feet of torque, which is a little bit less. So in combination, I think the two engines are similar. I have to applaud Jeep for developing this engine. I have driven other 2-liters and 2.5 and 2.4 turbos, but the way they tune this engine is obviously for Jeeps. It's just, you will never believe it's a 4-cylinder. So really good job there. Also, they have an option for a plug-in hybrid, which is not available for the 2-door. And they also have a V8, the Rubicon 394, which is also not available on the 2-door. So I will skip those for now. All the engine information and the details should be in your screen while I'm telling you this or so. The transmission is an 8-speed automatic transmission. No issues so far. It's a good transmission. Sometimes the shifting and when you need to downshift hesitates a little, but nothing that you will be annoyed by or concerned by. Is good enough. The fuel efficiency on this Wrangler is 11.5 liters per 100 kilometers combined, or 24 mpg combined in the US. That's one of the weakest points. Both the V6 and the 2-liter are similar. Price for the Wrangler, well, there are so many options and so many trims and so many adds-on that you can put on each trim that is a pretty big range. It starts around 49,000 in Canada, and the top one is around the $78,000 Canadian. The Rubicon 392, which is most expensive, of course, and the one with the V8 is 126,000+ Canadian, which is a lot of money. In the US, it starts around 32,000. The top will be around 62,000, and the 392 V8 starts around 92,000. So you for sure will have one that you can choose from. So how is it to drive a Jeep Wrangler? It is great. Jeep Wranglers are an icon, and there is a thing that is unique to a Jeep Wrangler for sure. Not only because of the roof opening, of course, that's a huge factor. The driving experience, what the car means, what the car represents, is so simple, so easy to drive, so stress-free. Cars are getting so complicated and are adding so much technology that having and driving a Wrangler is refreshing. No crazy stuff going on. You just get on and drive. There is all this off-road capability. The Willys has extra mechanicals add-on, so it's better than a Sport, but not that much like a Rubicon, but enough, and the price is right in the lineup, so you can go off-road with confidence, getting in any trails and going anywhere you want. For sure, I think you can set it all in a summary in one word or a few words is Jeep is a lifestyle. That's what it's all about. Yes, lately and the recent years it has become a lot more modern and with more features, which I really appreciate because they are still able to keep the basics and the essence of a Jeep, but having all the modern and up-to-date car features. It's like the perfect combination. So it's great. It's just a happy car. It's not for everybody for sure. So how is it ride? Surprisingly good. I was expecting when we got this car to be bumpy and uncomfortable and noisy and a car that you will have limitations to drive, especially in daily driving. Not at all. Yes, it's a Jeep. You have to understand you are buying a Jeep. But it's comfortable. We have taken this car for 5 hours road trips on the side roads, and it has been amazing. Seats are comfy enough. There will be more comfortable sitting and seats on cars for sure. This is just good enough, and everything, you forget about all that stuff when you are enjoying and you're happy and you're just focusing in the experience. And this is what Jeep brings to the table. And what I was saying, there is more and more Jeeps in driveways in the US and in Canada. People are using these cars more for daily driving as an SUV option, which is fine. And depending on the trim, there are ones that have tires that are more for the city, so they are less noisy and more comfortable. You can live in and out of your daily life with a Jeep Wrangler, no problem. It's not for everybody for sure. If you are buying a Wrangler, get ready, you are getting a Wrangler. But we have so many other options and benefits that, you know what, today having a Wrangler is kind of the best. It's like the best of all worlds. I was never expecting to love this car this much, and it has been a great surprise, and we are so happy with it. Like, I think we are going to trade this one in for a brand new Wrangler, and that will be for years and years. We love this car. On the highway, it's noisy, and this one, because have the soft top, probably the hard top has a little bit more some noise insulation. This one doesn't, and this one has these off-road tires or all-terrain tires, so it is noisy in the highway, it is noisy in the city. In the city you don't really pay that much attention, or you don't feel it that much. On the highway you can feel it. My only thing about the Wrangler is the steering. It's perfect for off-roading. In the city it's fine, it's light, you don't have to put any effort, so you can maneuver the car anywhere you want. That part is great. But in the highway, the on-center feeling is just too vague, and you don't know what the car is doing, and you
have to make so many corrections. That part I'm not crazy about, but as I said before, everything else is so much better and it brings so much benefits that that's just a trade-off, like any trade-off in any car. So I love the Wrangler, and I think that's clear.